Skinner and Demoulas in Richfield Springs and R.A. Dudrek, the Window King, present Mohawk Valley Living, exploring the arts, culture, and heritage of our region. A special good morning and happy second birthday to Sophia Madison from Grandma and Papa.
Good morning and welcome to Mohawk Valley Living. For those of you who are a little bit older than, well, shall we say, well, the oldsters out there, I shouldn't have to say too much as to where I am because the building behind me and the bottle on top sort of gives it away. As a matter of fact, that bottle on top reminds me of my childhood because back in those days when milk was delivered, it always had this cream at the top. You had to shake it. It wasn't homogenized. Well, that's the bottle on top of Bosses. I don't know quite what to do with myself. So if you have to leave me tonight, now, baby, just don't come at all. When you're gone, you know just what I'll do. I'll cry the whole night through. This Saturday, the Earlville Opera House presents Comas, one of Europe's most sensational Celtic bands, with Aidan Burke, 20-time All-Ireland fiddle champion. Get your tickets to the 8 o'clock show at the Opera House or online at earlvilleoperahouse.com. It's time for the Skinner and Demoulas road trip. We stop in to see the guys in Richfield Springs, where they're ready to set you up with a test drive in one of their new or pre-owned vehicles. This week, we're visiting Yorkville in the town of Whitestown, and we want to see what's new. But first, a little history. Yorkville was most likely named for the region of York in England, from where many of its first settlers originated. It experienced the economic boom of the Erie Canal era when the canal cut right through its center from east to west in the early 1800s. The canal was a much better endeavor than the halfway bridge that connected Yorkville to Utica. The ill-fated bridge is commemorated in the pretty little Yorkville Memorial Park on West Whitesboro Street. For those of you out there who are old-timers like myself, you might remember years ago when there used to be a bridge over here. It was called the Halfway Bridge. I'm not quite sure what it was halfway to or from, but the foundation of the bridge was made from the stones from the Erie Canal. They were very resourceful back then. In 1970, when it was time for the aging bridge to come down, the first attempt with dynamite just didn't work. It was too tough. So it took a second dynamiting to finally bring it to its knees. Driving down in South Carolina, couldn't see the clearing road. Ran into a blue suit with bad steps in my tent. Couldn't win, the man's just not sold. Said, son, give me, I was once young and free, but my troubles got me to this mess. A new business that has sprouted up on Whitesboro Street is Garino's Yorkville Organics. After 30 years of being involved in health food, Joe and Fran Garino opened this health food store and organic takeout last year, providing soups, salads, entrees, and desserts.
We started out as a club here, Health Food, Health Now For You, where we taught people how to do these things, and then discovered that people didn't have the time and they were more interested in getting the foods from us than learning how to do them. So it was about a year ago that we opened Board of Health, inspected and all the above board things, and providing these foods for people, the dehydrator, non-gluten crackers, the wheatgrass juice, fresh wheatgrass juice, confections that have no sugar in them but yet have high mineral, dates, organic dates. We do our own nut butters and an array of fresh vegetable dishes, both cooked and raw, both, because we need both for health, as well as a range of meats, grass-fed meats. The goal is to eat like my grandfather ate when he was a boy. Everything was organic, everything was clean, it was non-processed, and it was healthy. And that's exactly what we're trying for. It's a big goal, but in little ways it does work.
Starting with our hummus, we're probably the only ones in the area that do a sprouted chickpea hummus. It's very high in protein and very alkalinizing for the body. We also make it in various like basil hummus, lemon garlic, cilantro. spinach, roasted red pepper, and so we have quite a variety. We also do a tabbouleh that is gluten-free. We use quinoa, so everything here is gluten-free. So we try to take things that are popular and just change it around a little bit and make it gluten-free.
I know one thing, I'm glad that I met Joe and Fran today, because if I drink this wheatgrass juice, you've guaranteed, right, that my hair will go from the white color, well, white, it's not color, back silver, back to its original black. So be sure to tune in next week to see what happens.
Cheers.
Wow, that's good.
Garino's Yorkville Organics is located at 150 Whitesboro Street in Yorkville and is open every weekday at 9 a.m. except Tuesdays when they open at noon. You can also find them on Facebook or visit our website for links, MohawkValleyLiving.com. More from the Yorkville area after the break. Watch Mohawk Valley Living every Sunday at 7:30 a.m. and 11:35 p.m. on WKTV. And check out what's new on MohawkValleyLiving.com.
Just trying to find my way back home.
Here's what's hot on the lot at Skinner and Demoulas. Check out this 2007 Ford Focus, the perfect vehicle for your recent grad, a smart buy at $69.95. Come in and test drive one of the many pre-owned vehicles at Skinner and Demoulas in Richfield Springs. Special thanks to our presenting sponsor, R.A. Dudrek, for making the show possible. The Window King has been serving the Mohawk Valley for over 45 years. Visit the Farmers Museum in Cooperstown for Step Back in Time weekends. June 30th and July 1st, explore fantastic natural fibers with hands-on activities including spinning, weaving, and felting, and fiber animals on exhibit. Visit farmersmuseum.org. Visit North Star Orchards for your spring planting. You can grow what North Star grows, from a variety of fruit trees to blueberry bushes. The greenhouses are overflowing with the area's largest variety of annuals, herbs, vegetable plants, and hanging baskets at North Star Orchards in Westmoreland. Tom's Natural Foods is your connection to local farms for natural and organic fruits and vegetables, meats, eggs, cheeses, and other milk products at Tom's Natural Foods in Clinton, naturally. Why do contractors and do-it-yourselfers shop Lincoln Davies? It's the superior grade lumber, the value for the money, the 140 years and 6 generations of customer service. Since 1872, Lincoln Davies has delivered superior lumber, value, and service, and they're not about to change things now. Celebrating 140 years at the same location, just 10 minutes south of New Hartford on Summit Road between routes 12 and 8. Lincoln Davies, building them like they used to. Spend the 4th of July at a quiet concert in the country hosted by Carlton Clay. The event begins at 4 and honors the founder of the Windfall Dutch Barn. Bring a dish to pass to this free event on the 4th of July at the Windfall Dutch Barn in Salt Springville. Have a tropical adventure and walk among hundreds of free-flying butterflies, tropical birds, plants, lizards, and frogs at the Pop Butterfly Conservatory. It's an unforgettable experience for all ages. Open 7 days a week on Route 7 in Oneonta.
Loyalty is something you can't sell, not something that you find in a wishing well. Look at the clock, the time is now, tomorrow's no promise anyhow. Take care of your friends, they'll take care of you. Take care of your friends, there's nothing better you can do. Look at the clock.
We featured Holland Farms 5 years ago on the show, and you may recall that I told you the names of the 2 cows up here on the sign, those 2 very, very famous cows here in Yorkville. How many of you remember what their names are? It's Cupcake and Charlie. They're still here, gracing Yorkville.
What started out as a local dairy farm and milk delivery route has become a local landmark. Holland Farms has grown into a full-service scratch bakery, coffee bar, and deli, featuring salads, lunches, and takeout catering.
It was 85 years ago when my father put a milk production plant on the family farm. So they were all from Holland, so the name Holland Farms started. Around 1955, my father started a store as you see it today, where you would come and buy your milk. Up until then, he was delivering it door to door all over the county. And he had traveled to California, where he saw a dairy bar, which is a place where you go and bring your milk home. And he brought the idea here. My sister and I, Marilyn and I, have been here since about 1980. And we're surviving, we love it. We do so enjoy coming here every day.
Just a couple hundred feet east of Holland Farms on Oriskany Boulevard is the new location of Hall of Frame's Sports Collectibles. Started over 20 years ago by an 18-year-old sports collector, it is now the area's largest dealer of sports collectibles.
For all of you sports fans, when you're here in Yorkville, be sure to stop into the Hall of Frame's Sports Collectibles and see all the things that they have here. Hundreds and hundreds of different collectible things. And Tom's own personal collection, believe it or not, he has an autographed baseball signed by Mickey Mantle and Roger Maris. And here's an autographed photo of the Mick from 1951. Holy cow, I was only 10 years old.
I started it 21 years ago when I was 18 years old. I was a collector from the time I was probably 7, 8, 9 years old. And it was basically just it was a passion of mine that actually turned into a business on accident. And I say 21 years later, we're still doing it. We moved in August 1st of last year, and probably the best thing we ever did. It's a great location, a lot of traffic, and we've gotten a lot of new customers. It's fun. It's fun to see the kids come in all the time. I like to see the little kids come in. It's the next generation of collectors. So the kids seem to get excited a lot more than the adults do. So it's the fun part as a kid.
You knew everything and told me what was right. There was day trips and fishing trips and camping and Saranac Lake. Long gone the innocence, I surely miss those days. It's been a long, long time for me. Been twice as long for you. It's been a long and winding ride, and I know we've been.
One of the most famous portrait artists of the early 19th century lived here in Yorkville. As a matter of fact, his home was right here. Henry Inman painted some of the prominent families in the area, as well as these very famous national figures, DeWitt Clinton, Erastus Corning, Martin Van Buren, and Chief Justice John Marshall. He was an avid fisherman and also known for his landscape paintings. And who can doubt, but he lived right here in the best place for that, the Mohawk Valley.
Since we're in Yorkville, we decide to stop and say hi and happy birthday to C. John at Karam's Middle East Bakery. It takes a while to work our way through the many familiar faces. When we finally make it to C. John, he won't speak to us until he feeds us, which is kind of how he got into the restaurant business.
Well, the people used to come from out of town because this is the only bakery in the whole area here. You could from out of town to Buffalo to this way, Oniana, Albany, all there. So they come and they say, why are you gonna have coffee? So we start making coffee. Oh, we're gonna come buy the bread here and go buy the grocery from somewhere else. So I start getting the grocery. So now I do everything, and it's good.
The best part of coming to the bakery every morning is our customers. They're just great.
You seem to know what they want when they come in the door.
Oh yes, we do. We know exactly what they want, and they know what they want too. It's the great thing about this. It's just everyone is just so. The customers are great, and it just makes it a special for us.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear son. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
His name's pronounced Sejan. Stop in and wish him a happy birthday at Karam's Middle East Bakery and Restaurant at 137 Campbell Ave in Yorkville. They open at 9, Tuesday through Saturday.
Look at the clock, the time is now. Tomorrow's no promise anyhow. Take care of your friends, they'll take care of you. Take care of your friends.
We head from Oriskany Boulevard to Commercial Drive to Wurz Ave and Oriskany Manufacturing Technologies. We're given a tour by Executive Vice President Michael Fitzgerald. He tells us that although they make a variety of many different products, they specialize in the design, manufacture, and finishing of aluminum, copper, and stainless steel tubing.
Tubing is a key and niche for us. We've found that we're very good at what we do in terms of tube fabricating, and we use that as leverage to build other products that use tube in their assembly. A lot of electromechanical assemblies do use tube, so having that capability gets you in the door. For tubing, we generally cut it, bend it, weld it or braze it, form it in some way at the ends, and then we'll finish it with a powder coat finish or assembly of fittings, insulation, things of that general nature, all for our customers and uses, which are anywhere from handrails on buses, air conditioning tubing, power steering or hydraulic lines, hydraulic hoses. We also put them into assemblies that are for barriers, and we use our tube as the cornerstone of what we fabricate. Our first handful of employees have been here since 1997. We're very proud of that. And we have about 120 people currently on staff. Well, I grew up in Oriskany, hence the name Oriskany Manufacturing. We had the opportunity to move to other locations around the country, to travel around and find employment elsewhere, but rather than leave the family and chase the job, we decided to bring the jobs to the Mohawk Valley.
When I look around, it lets me know I'm home. I'm making this valley my home. I'm so proud to call.
Next week, we return to explore more of the Whitestown area.
Oh, it's not what you take or give, and it's here I want to live. Yes, I'm making this valley my home.
Your home is your castle, so when you need windows, be sure to call the Window King. Call and speak directly to the owner about new vinyl replacement windows starting at just $259 each installed. Call the Window King today at 733-5500. View presents the Forge Festival of Arts and Crafts Saturday and Sunday, June 30th and July 1st. Over 60 skilled vendors of handcrafted items, as well as family activities, food, beer, and wine. At the Forge Festival of Arts and Crafts on North Street in Old Forge. Dream big at the Women's Leadership Conference at Minnowbrook. Life coach Teresa Huggins hosts a weekend of discovery and personal growth at the lavish Grand Lodge at Blue Mountain Lake. Visit teresadhuggins.com to register for the Leadership Conference.
Hi, Dr. Tom. Bringing your cat to the Paris Hill Cat Hospitals on Sundays is a part of Mohawk Valley living. Come inside and see why.
Paris Hill Cat Hospital, this is Lindsay. How can I help you? Your cat is losing weight and you need an appointment, and you're only available on the weekend. Sure, I have an appointment Sunday with Dr. Karen. Does that fit into your schedule? Okay, we'll see you then. Thank you.
We're open 7 days a week because we know that your cat can become ill anytime. The Paris Hill Cat Hospital, quality care for your cats and kittens.
Taste the homemade difference at Maria's Pasta Shop. Homemade lasagna, manigot, stuffed shells, ravioli, and more. Gelato is back for the season. Stop in and sample this Italian treat at Maria's Pasta Shop. Meelan's Meat Market is your meat headquarters, featuring low-salt, low-fat smoked ham and store-made kielbasa. Every hot dog, beef patty, and sausage is made by Bob Meelan himself. You'll find everything from store-made meats to fresh salads and tabbouleh at Meelan's Meat Market in Clark Mills. For the most unique shopping experience, visit the Little Falls Antique Center and the shops at 25 West. Over 40 local vendors, all under one roof. Antique lovers can spend hours perusing thousands of ever-changing antiques and collectibles. Upstairs at the shops, you'll find something for everyone. Handmade crafts, jewelry and clothing, fine art, food and kitchen gadgets, books, and home furnishings. Shop local at the Little Falls Antique Center and the shops at 25 West. Always worth the drive. At Canal Place in Little Falls. The Mohawk River and Erie Canal were made nearly obsolete for transportation with the advent of the railroad. Harbor Point Road runs along the tracks that are still busy with trains today. A building that once had train tracks running right through it for locomotive repair is now home to Falvo Manufacturing Company.
The company goes back 50 years in 2011. We were started by my father and two brothers over on Caroline Street, then to West Utica by the old Borden milk plant. My father moved here about 25 years ago, and Harbor Point's been home ever since. The building that we're in now is our industrial division. We make shipping crates, pallets, boxes, everything from the grade stakes that they use to lay out roads and parking lots to boxes for cannons that are made just outside of Albany. In our building next door, we manufacture furniture. And our market there is primarily the healthcare market, colleges. We do a lot of store displays, but a more institutional or commercial customer there. Well, my father ran the company for many years, retired a little while ago, is here every day. But I run the company. We have employees that many of them have been here 20 years plus. Well, my dad retired about 14 years ago, and as his retirement party, we went to a local restaurant, and he bought me a scotch to congratulate me on the presidency, and I bought him a scotch to congratulate him on his retirement. And the next day, we were here at work together, the same as before.
So proud to call it my home. From the sky.
Another architectural marvel on Genesee Street is the Utica Public Library. This beautiful 5-story neoclassic building is on the National Register of Historic Places. It may be an old building, but it is bustling inside with young energy.
The groundwork was laid in 1902. It opened to the public in 1904. So it took about 2 years to build the building. I think the most interesting thing about the building is that it was built by the same architectural firm that did the main New York Public Library on Fifth Avenue in New York City. One of the things that is in this building are a number of skylights, and in the lobby is the main skylight. The idea was to bring sunlight into the interior of the building. When the building opened, incandescent lighting was being used, so it was relatively dim. And so to bring in the natural sunlight, they have the skylights. The glass floor helped to bring the sunlight into the stack area also. We are very proud of our programs for children. We do lots of cultural educational programs, lots of reading incentive programs. We want to make sure that kids are reading outside of the classroom. We also do a lot of computer classes, and we do provide public computing for people. Public libraries in the United States are the biggest providers of free public computing for the community. We help to bridge the digital divide. Those people that can't afford to have computers in their own home or can't afford broadband internet access can come to a library. Or if people are traveling or have their own laptop, they can come in and use our Wi-Fi. We have a lot of people that come in here and just spend time, and we're trying to make the building more welcoming so that people feel really good about coming in here and spending some time and sitting and reading or using our resources.
Here's what's hot on the lot at Skinner and Demoulas. Check out this 2007 Ford Focus, the perfect vehicle for your recent grad, a smart buy at $69.95. Come in and test drive one of the many pre-owned vehicles at Skinner and Demoulas in Richfield Springs. Pool have a leak? Need a repair? Call Trenton Corporation Pool Repair for prompt professional service 7 days a week. Above ground and in ground leak locating, plumbing, and fittings testing. Call 793-7400 and they'll hop to it. Oscar's Picture Framing offers hand-finished molding and restoration of antique frames, preserving artwork, pictures, needlework, and memorabilia. Oscar's Picture Framing, Kellogg Road, New Hartford. Your home is your castle, so when you need windows, be sure to call the Window King. Call and speak directly to the owner about new vinyl replacement windows starting at just $259 each installed. Call the Window King today at 733-5500. Call Yannick Excavating for all your residential and commercial projects, from new construction and land clearing to septic systems, driveways, basements, ponds, and topsoil. Visit yannickexcavating.com. Hot new fashion is arriving daily at the Village Crossing, the Mohawk Valley's exclusive store for not your daughter's jeans. And check out Coexist Jewelry, handcrafted in Peterborough. Shop Shelter for handmade Adirondack furniture designed by craftsman Jim Kiefer. He works with you to create custom pieces to your specifications, from dining room and coffee tables to bookcases, beds, and bunks. Call or visit Shelter on Main Street in Old Forge. The Longaretta Law Firm, protecting your rights and advising you in matters of legal importance. Call for your free consultation, 735-6162. Expecting company? Just call Deansboro Superette. They prepare delicious Middle Eastern platters for any number of guests. Call 841-4377.
I can't stand it when you're not around. I don't know quite what to do with myself. So if you have to leave me tonight, now, baby, just don't come at all. When you're gone, you know just what I'll do. I'll cry.
Learn to paint a mural with professional muralist Celia Cannon. Students will design and paint a mural for the Cooperstown Farmers Market. Classes are from 1 to 4:30 on Mondays and Wednesdays in July. Contact the Smithy Center on Pioneer Street in Cooperstown or visit smithyarts.org.
When we started growing garlic, we used to just cut the scapes, let them go in the field, but now we found a real use for them. We have people that just like to come for stir fry. They dice them up, throw them in with the stir fry, they'll saute with them. Real different use of it is coated in oil, olive oil or whatever, throw it right on the grill. It's like a garlic french fry. When harvesting your basil, there's a little way, a technique in renewing it. If you cut right where the seam is, pinch that off or a scissors, you'll enable the shoots to grow and they'll get just as big as this. You can pick on a pot of basil all summer.
I was cutting down on calories, so I got myself a baby cone, and it is awfully good. You should come here, try one yourself, enjoy it, and then tune in next week, wherever we're going, I'm not sure. Between now and then, enjoy Mohawk Valley living, and enjoy some ice cream.